Today about a tragedy at an Iowa campground last month. A family of four in the middle of their summer camping trip attacked by a man who police say they had never met. Autopsy reports now revealing the gruesome way in which three of those four family members were killed.
What was supposed to be a fun family camping trip filled with laughs, s'mores, and starry evenings turned into an unspeakable horror for the Schmidts. In the early hours of July 22, 2022, an unknown intruder brutally killed three family members while they slept in their tent. The incident sent shockwaves across the neighborhood, leaving everyone wondering who could do such a horrific murder. In this video, we'll look at the circumstances of this dreadful case and try to comprehend the catastrophe that cost the lives of three innocent people. This is a terrible story about the Schmidt family, a love story in nature. The lives of Tyler and Sarah Schmidt. Tyler Schmidt, born in 1979 in Cedar Falls, Iowa, was a passionate outdoorsman who gained his Eagle Scout rank through Boy Scouts. His love for nature and outdoor activities led him to attend Truman State University in Missouri, where he met Sarah, who shared his enthusiasm for the outdoors. Their relationship flourished as they embarked on numerous adventures, strengthening their bond through shared experiences and appreciation for the natural world. Tyler and Sarah married in 2002 at St. John Lutheran Church in Cedar Falls, a testament to resilience and partnership. They moved to Lawrence, Kansas, to pursue advanced degrees at the University of Kansas, where Sarah excelled in computer science and Tyler found fulfillment as a software engineer. They built a life centered around family, community, and their enduring passion for the outdoors. In 2013, their son Arlo and daughter Lula joined them, reinforcing their commitment to family ties and community engagement. Tyler's career continued to thrive in software engineering, while Sarah found joy in her work at the city's public library, fostering a love for reading and discovery. Despite professional demands, Tyler and Sarah remained dedicated to family traditions, including cherished camping trips and gatherings with loved ones. As they celebrated their 20th wedding anniversary in 2022, Tyler and Sarah reflected on their shared milestones and their journey marked by resilience, shared values, and a deep appreciation for nature's wonders. With Arlo and Lula now sharing their love for outdoor adventures, Tyler and Sarah looked forward to creating new family memories. Their planned camping trip to Maquoketa Caves State Park symbolized the continuation of their legacy, rooted in love, adventure, and the enduring beauty of nature. A tragic night at Maquoketa Caves State Park. On July 21, 2022, the tranquility of Maquoketa Caves State Park was disrupted by a senseless attack on two families. Tyler and Sarah Schmidt, who had recently returned from a camping trip in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, were attacked by a black figure. Tyler and Sarah were brutally assaulted, leaving young Arlo and Lula to witness the horror unfold in their sanctuary. Arlo, just 9 years old, woke to the frantic screams of his sister Lula as the assailants' violence echoed through the tent. His desperate flight through the campsite was met with confusion and panic among the other campers, including the Sherwins. Joe and Cecilia Sherwin, awakened by the chaos and urgency in Arlo's cries, rushed out of their tent. Meanwhile, Joe searched for his son, Anthony, who had been sleeping in a nearby tent. Arlo, still reeling from the shock, encountered Cecilia and Joe in his frantic flight for help. His words spilled out in terror. His parents had been shot. Cecilia, a mother gripped by unimaginable fear for her son and the unfolding tragedy, took Arlo's hand and ran with him to the park entrance, dialing 911. The operator worked tirelessly to coordinate a response, which took 23 agonizing minutes. Emergency responders mobilized to the scene, and police and park rangers were dispatched to apprehend the perpetrator and render aid to the victims. For the Schmidt and Sherwin families, the tragic events of that night left scars that would never fully heal. Tyler and Sarah, beloved parents, were cut down in an act of senseless violence, leaving behind two young children who would forever carry the trauma of that horrific night. Anthony Sherwin, a promising young man with a bright future ahead, also became a victim, caught in the crossfire of an inexplicable tragedy. Crime scene at Maquoketa Caves State Park. The scene opens with a wide shot of Maquoketa Caves State Park, slowly zooming into a secluded tent. the serene Maquoketa Caves State Park became a nightmare for the Schmidt family on a summer morning. Despite a disconnection, Cecilia's persistence ensured she could call back and contact emergency responders. Amid the rising tension and nervousness, adrenaline kept her calm. Cecilia handed the phone to Arlo, who described to the dispatcher a chilling scene. Someone in black holding a gun in their tent. When asked about his father, Arlo, after a pause, responded that he thought his father was hurt. By 6:30 a.m., police and paramedics arrived to find a horrifying scene. All the tent's occupants were dead. What was a beautiful campsite had become a crime scene. Law enforcement immediately began searching for the shooter. The tactical team evacuated Maquoketa Caves State Park and Camp Shalom, located 1.5 miles away. Anthony Sherwin, the sole missing person, was also armed. Around 11 a.m., officers conducting an aerial search found Anthony Sherwin's body. They identified him as the suspect, believing he committed the deadly attack before taking his own life. The park remained closed until July 28th. The Iowa Department of Natural Resources expressed condolences, stating the incident had shaken the tradition of enjoying the state's natural wonders. Cedar Falls was in mourning. The community was shocked, with signs in the public library and statements from Tyler's company, and the mayor expressing their grief and support for Arlo, the sole survivor. A GoFundMe initiative raised over $276,000 for Arlo. The local library closed out of respect, and political leaders expressed horror and sorrow at the attack. Sarah's family traveled from across the country for a private funeral service at Greenwood Cemetery. Over 200 people attended a memorial gathering at Overman Park. Details of the ongoing investigation. In the wake of the tragic events at Maquoketa Caves State Park, the investigation launched by the Iowa Department of Public Safety unveiled a chilling tableau of violence that shook the community to its core. The autopsy reports revealed the extent of the brutality inflicted upon the Schmidt family. Tyler Schmidt had suffered gunshot wounds and sharp force injuries, while Sarah Schmidt bore evidence of sharp force injuries. Their young daughter, Lula, tragically succumbed to both gunshot wounds and strangulation, adding an unbearable layer of horror to an already devastating crime scene. Amidst the grief and shock, Anthony Sherwin's parents vehemently denied any involvement by their son in the heinous attack. They underscored what they perceived as inconsistencies in the police narrative and called for an independent review of the evidence. Media scrutiny intensified as journalists sought access to public records about the case, but their efforts were met with limited disclosure from law enforcement agencies. The police, however, remained steadfast in their assertion that Anthony Sherwin acted alone in perpetrating the violent assault. Their determination to categorize him as the sole perpetrator fueled public debate and speculation, exacerbating the anguish felt by both families and the broader community. Amid this tragedy, young Arlo Schmidt displayed remarkable resilience. Now under the care of his uncle in Cedar Falls, he became a symbol of strength and hope amidst unfathomable loss. A GoFundMe campaign launched to support Arlo's future garnered widespread support, reflecting the outpouring of sympathy and solidarity from those touched by the family's heartbreaking ordeal. As the investigation continued to unfold, unanswered questions lingered, leaving a community grappling with grief and seeking justice for the innocent lives lost on that fateful night at Maquoketa Caves State Park. Outro. Thanks for tuning in to The Dark Truth. In the aftermath of the tragedy, the lives of Tyler, Sarah, and Lula Schmidt were irrevocably changed, leaving a community in mourning and searching for answers. As the investigation progresses, we remember their enduring spirit and the love that bound them together. Their story reminds us of the fragility of life and the importance of cherishing every moment with those we hold dear. Let us honor their memory by holding on to hope, supporting each other, and striving for a world where such senseless violence has no place. Subscribe now for more thrilling investigations.